The opening. When we look around, we find ourselves in surroundings that are quite overwhelming. We are a tiny being living on a massive planet with diverse landscapes and vast, expansive oceans. After nightfall, when we look up, we see an unimaginably vast space filled with innumerable heavenly bodies. A mesmerizing sight to watch, deepening the mysteriousness of night. There are 7.8 billion of us, spread all across the globe, divided into different nations and groups. In this backdrop, human consciousness manifesting inside a sophisticated body, interacting with a vast and complex universe, has tried to make sense of our existence by asking the most basic questions. Where did all this come from? Why does the universe exist? What is the goal and purpose of our existence? And is there consciousness beyond death? Many have tried to answer these questions by stating that a supreme, all-knowing and all-powerful being called God created the universe and everything in it, including us, and He watches our actions and then rewards or punishes us based on what we do. But has anyone seen God? If no one has seen God, then how do we know that He even exists? And if God created the universe, then who created Him? Does this all-powerful God allow us to exercise free will? If He does not, then how can He hold us responsible for our actions? And if we can exercise free will, then aren't we outside His domain of control? The world we live in is filled with misery, injustice, poverty, illness, death and destruction, that the notion of a benevolent and a merciful God seems implausible. Is He really indifferent to all of this? What if we just made up the idea of God? What if there is no God? Most of our life is spent on getting an education, earning a living, having relationships and a family, and doing leisure activities. Even if God exists, what does He add to our lives anyways? There are many world religions, some practiced by billions of people. Most of the time, people tend to follow the religion of their parents. If one religion is better than others, then isn't it unfair to people who are born in other faiths? And if no one religion is better than others, then it does not make a difference which religion one follows, or for that matter, follow any religion. We don't need to believe in God to be good to others. These and other questions like this cross our minds at least at some point in our life. In this documentary, based on the book God and God of Science, we will attempt to tackle some of these most fundamental questions that people have sought to ask throughout human history, and will continue to do so in future. Get ready for a fascinating and absorbing ride, which will change your perspective, not only about your life, but also about yourself.